Hey guys and gals, of course, welcome back once again to the channel. In today's video, I have a Citizen Attesa to share with you. These are JDM watches. What does that mean? Well, it means they are made by Citizen primarily for the Japanese domestic market. But that doesn't mean you can't buy these watches. What it does mean is you're going to have to go to a very specific online store like Sakura Watches to pick up one of these watches and import it into your country if you're not living in Japan, of course. There are a few of these JDM watch suppliers about, but the one I tend to use is Sakura Watches. I like their website. Their lineup of watches is very extensive, and I have found their watches to be probably the most competitively priced. And there is a lineup of watches on their website that I regularly check out. I'm always looking at new releases, and I have a new release to show you in this video. Having said that, this isn't really a specific review of this watch. It's really a video designed to raise awareness of this whole range of watches because, well, I think they're awesome. I did post a video recently on a Pittsman watch housing a high accuracy quartz movement, and I was really disappointed after I posted that video to read so many comments in the comments section from people instantly dismissing that watch simply because it houses a quartz movement. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Not all quartz movements are the same. I myself instantly dismiss fashion watches that house those super cheap, rubbish $2 quartz movements. Absolutely, they are generally poorly made, overpriced, rubbish. But the watches housing quartz movements that I tend to feature on my channel, well, they're not those. The simple truth is not all quartz movements are the same. Some are incredible, and I think a proper watch collection needs to have at least one quartz powered watch in it. They're fantastic pick up and go watches, and the diversity amongst the quartz movement lineup is incredible. The Pittsman housed a high accuracy quartz movement, a fairly traditional quartz movement. The movement inside this Citizen Attesa is really quite different to that. It works completely, well, not completely differently, but it is quite different. This is a radio controlled watch. It sits in between your typical quartz movement and a sort of smart watch. It's a smart quartz watch. Some of the functions on it are pretty awesome. I like the design of Citizen Attesa watches as well. Some of them, yeah, not great. I did review a Citizen Attesa a little while ago, and I love the look of that watch. It's probably the best looking Citizen Attesa I've seen. This one's okay, doesn't blow me away, but it's a new release, which is why I've been sent it by the Sakura website to share with you. And yes, you will have seen the includes paid promotion icon in the top left hand corner. If you want to know what that means for this particular video, head down to the video description, and yeah, while you're down that way, smash that subscribe button, tickle the like button, and gently caress that bell notifications icon so you don't miss out on future uploads. Now, this particular watch is the CB3044 housing the caliber H128. This watch was launched in February 2025. The retail price is 99,000 yen, but you can buy it from the Sakura Watches website for 72,270 yen. Now, you may have to pay import tax on top of that, so you may not get it cheaper than the original price, but yeah, I'd be surprised if you can find this watch cheaper anywhere else. Now, I'm going to run through the specifications. In fact, I'm going to split them between functions and specifications because this is a sort of smart quartz watch. I'm going to run through the functions, the functionality of the movement first, and then I'll run through some of the watch specifications. So yeah, this is the H128 solar-powered, radio-controlled quartz movement. So it tells the time, and you've got a date complication. It's got a perpetual calendar, so you never need to change the date. It will always know which month we are in, which year we are in, and it will keep that date accurate until the 28th of February 2100. So yeah, no need to worry about ever changing the date. And it's a sort of GMT watch as well. You can very easily move the hour hand forwards and backwards an hour at a time. On the case back, you've got some cities to help you select the correct time for different time zones. And as you move the hour, it will automatically adjust the date. So really, this is the ultimate set and forget watch. You shouldn't ever have to interfere with this watch unless you travel. ever. And because it's a Citizen Attesa, the second hand lines up perfectly. There's a few other functions to mention. You can check the charge level. There's also a low charge indicator. The second hand will tick once every 2 seconds to let you know it needs charging. Once it's fully charged, it's good for about 6 months, I think. And it's got a power save mode, so you stick this watch in a drawer for 7 days and then it automatically goes into power saving mode, and then as soon as you start to use the watch again, it will instantly jump to the current time. So it continues to record the time inside its little computer brain, and then when you need it to start showing the time, it jumps back to life. Very cool. I've got a link to the manual, so if you're curious, I'll link that below. I'm also going to put a link to Citizen's website where it explains their super titanium, Duratect watches or finish, which is what this watch has. I believe it is a coating applied to their titanium watches to make them much more scratch resistant than normal titanium. I think you'll like some of the other specifications: sapphire crystal AR coating, an on the fly adjustment system in this clasp. It's really quite small and discreet. I like that. The sort of on the fly adjustment systems that we're seeing these days on dive watches from micro brands and AliExpress, well, they're really quite chunky. Look at the size of this clasp. It's tiny. Got some removable links, of course. Pin and collar system. Ugh, I know, but it works. There is some lume, and this watch has 100 meters of water resistance. Now, this particular watch is actually quite a simple looking watch compared to a lot of the other Citizen Attesas in the range, and I like that. I'm not wild about the super busy, complicated versions or watches in this lineup. The prices vary massively, actually. You can pick up these watches for less than 40,000 yen, I think, and the more expensive ones are just under 400,000 yen. They're not all great looking watches. Some of them I think look incredible, some of them look interesting, and some of them, well, they are a bit ugly. For me, this one sits between interesting and good looking. It's okay, isn't it? The one that I reviewed originally quite a while ago, I love the look of that one. It's so angular, very cool, very sporty, an incredible looking watch, that one. This one, I don't know, just doesn't quite do it for me. Not helped by the fact that the bezel is slightly twisted. That's unusual for Citizen, isn't it? I do like the angles and the flat facets on cases. That is something that I like generally. There are a few polished accents on this watch, some very small polished facets on the case and the bezel actually, and on the bracelet and the clasp. Just enough for it to play with the light occasionally. I really like the applied indices. The hands are very cool. The dial is actually a little bit sparkly. Now, I'm not expecting to all of a sudden persuade everybody to fall in love with quartz watches, but I'm hoping that I have persuaded just a handful of people to potentially consider a quartz watch. And if you're gonna consider a quartz watch, maybe take a look at this Citizen Attesa lineup. I love the fact that they are JDM watches. You don't tend to see them in the UK. I like the fact that they are essentially the ultimate pick up and go watches. They're radio controlled watches, so you should never have to alter the time. They should be 100% accurate all the time. And if you find a good looking Attesa that's in a price bracket that you can afford, I think you'll love it. I really, really do. Let me know your thoughts, guys, and I'm going to keep plugging away with these quartz watches in an effort to, I don't know, bring diversity to my channel and potentially your watch collection.